Well, good morning, everybody from San Diego. We want to welcome you all back to your streaming broadcast, coming to you directly from the world of solutions here at Cisco Live 2025. So exciting. I'm Steve Milter. On behalf of the entire Cisco TV team, we are really delighted to have you with us today. You know, from the moment this event kicked off, we have been experiencing the story of all of the unique, all of the dynamic ways that Cisco is powering how people and technology work together across the physical and the digital worlds. All of the different ways that Cisco is leading the revolution in how infrastructure and data connect and protect organizations exactly like yours, like all of ours, in this constantly shifting, advancing AI era. The fact is, this is all about outcomes, right? Customer value, truly secure networks, complete end-to-end observability, unparalleled collaboration, everything that you and that your organization need to thrive and to excel thanks to the depth and the breadth of Cisco's combined portfolio of technology and solutions. It's been an amazing, amazing week already, and it just gets better and better today. Right now, we're about 28 minutes from our Wednesday morning keynote, kicking off at 8:30. The title, Innovation in Action. This is where the big picture rubber hits the operational and performance road. We are going to get detailed stories from Chuck Robbins, from Carrie Palin, Liz Centoni, Oliver Tuzik, along with some great special guests, partners, on how Cisco is harnessing the power of AI, driving growth, helping to build a better world for all of us. We're going to hear details on the innovations that we have created here in the AI era. We'll take a specific focus on customer experience, great use cases of how Cisco is helping you and helping your organization to navigate all of it. And it kicks off, like I said, right at 8:30 a.m., so stay right here with us. Also, make sure you keep hitting us up on the social media. Whatever platform you like, great. Go ahead and post your comments there, your thoughts, your ideas, your inspirations that you're hearing. Maybe you put a photo in there, maybe put up a video. Just make sure that you also include hashtag Cisco Live and at Cisco Live, so our social media team here at the event can see those posts and respond. I'm here in the studio with another one of your 5 wonderful Cisco TV hosts. Good morning, Lauren White.
Good morning, Steve. How are you today?
This is just, you know, the energy, it sort of builds throughout the week. You get on site, Lauren, and it's a little overwhelming and it's chaotic and you're running around and trying to figure out what goes where. And then as each session passes and each time you walk around and see something new, the excitement just builds and we get more confident. And I'm going to go way out on a limb and say we get a little bit more proud, am I allowed to say that, of being part of the Cisco ecosystem?
Yes, no, I completely agree. And the best part about it is that we're all here together. Nobody's alone. So if you have a question, you can either ask someone sitting next to you or go over to the world of solutions and ask the actual product team a question. As a customer, I don't think there's any better thing you could want to do, right? Like all those questions you've been itching to ask, you have access here at Cisco Live.
100%, Lauren. And again, we talk about community all the time, and community is more than just getting together with friends and hanging out in the social lounge and having a coffee together. A community means, as you just said, getting into the space and meeting directly one-on-one with an engineer and saying, I've got this challenge that I need to overcome. I've got this obstacle, and I know Cisco tells me that you can apply AI to create the data center that I actually need or to be able to drive my network and build its power. But how do I actually get it done, and how do I leverage the investments I've already made with Cisco? Where else can you do that one-on-one with an engineer and set up that space, right, Lauren?
Exactly. I don't think you can do it anywhere else. This is the place to do it, and we have this chance every year. So we are always excited to see you all here and taking advantage of who you have access. If you see me, ask me a question because I'll point you in the right direction. Like, you have access to all of us here.
We are going to find Lauren because Lauren's got enough energy for all of us. So you will see her out there on the concourse. Speaking of fantastic energy, my dear friend Rob Boyd is out in the keynote, being our eyes and ears out in that amazing space. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, sir. Yes, I have my eyes open. I was just watching and I was commenting because what's interesting is when you get in here early, as we get special access because we're very special people as a part of the broadcast, is watching the doors first open and then watching the nerd walk. I mean that with all positivity. I don't mean any no shame, because I do the same thing. And it's like, let's get a good seat, and then you're in and you're scanning and you're figuring out, okay, there's some green things that just say reserved. Then over here, there's some red NetVet/CCIE. And then there's another reserve section that may or may not be that well marked. And everybody's figuring it out. Then there's these guys, if you look to your left, Julie, IT leadership. See, that was the sign I was looking for earlier. So these are all IT leadership. Let's salute them, thank them for their service. Appreciate them leading our IT. We need more IT leadership. Thank God they're all flowing in so we know that we're in good hands. This is going to be so much fun. So Steve, you and I have talked about this before, but the idea is that this is there's always kind of a turning point from that first day jitters of let's get the big announcements out so that we can release the press releases and get the backup information that we were struggling to then kind of connect with what we saw on stage yesterday. I would assume that what we're in store for today on stage is going to be more detail, yes. More demonstrations, and more of the second level of stuff that we all need, both from the executives that are speaking as well as the information that is being shared. We start to get a lot more detail about how we're actually going to implement what stuff is actually real and shipping versus being announced as coming up and still needing input, perhaps. Either way, this has been a fantastic crowd here. It's exciting to see them come in. I'm just going to be digging up a few. I'll be digging up a few interviews. I don't know exactly who they're going to be yet. Got a few potentials. We'll see if they make the cut. But either way, I'll throw back to you guys in the studio, and if you promise to check back with me and my other co-hosts here in the keynote.
That is a promise you can count on, Rob. Thank you again for bringing us the action out there. We do appreciate it. And actually, what Rob just said, I think that's so important, my friend, because yes, yesterday is more conceptual. What are we doing? What are the new releases? What are the new announcements that we're making here at Cisco? Today is where we take those new announcements and we actually make them applicable. Everything conceptual is great. It gets us excited. It gets us inspired. But then how do we actually get things in action, start to apply them, figure out what works best for us so that we can be specific for our own needs, whether, again, we're somewhere on the data center journey or we're on that journey to the cloud or we're looking to be able to add additional power into the network to be able to support these new AI demands. It's an extraordinary quantity of bandwidth and power that's required. You know what you need for your organization. Here is where you get the answers that you are looking for, and it starts today. We're going to go back out to the show floor where my friend Michelle Morera is out there. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Hello. I'm so excited to be here on day 2. Z, how are you feeling?
I am super excited, Michelle. I tell you, you know what kept me up last night is my passion to fuel your appetite to be here in the years to come. I tell you, the momentum is building in this room. I wish we had smell-o-vision, feel-o-vision, but you know what? I just read that, you know what's on the agenda today? I don't think we're far off. They're going to be talking about quantum revolution. It's closer than you think. So you want to tune into that today. I tell you, you need to be here. If you're not at Cisco Live, I don't know where you are. So wherever you're tuning in from your living room, your car, wherever you are, don't just watch. You need to experience this. This is an experience. So react, connect, tag us on social media. How about you, Michelle? How are you feeling?
She just got me even more excited. All right, today's keynote, Innovation in Action. We're talking about AI, all things AI today. If you guys are looking at your description on your phone of all of the breakout sessions, you can see the keynote. They have a description that says AI at Cisco is going to solve a lot of the world's problems. How are we going to land that message today? That's what I'm excited to hear.
We're doing it. We're doing it, Michelle.
All right. Back to you, Steve, in the studio.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Z, Michelle, can't wait to see you guys a little bit later. We're always so separated. I'm up here in the studio. They're out there having fun out in the keynote space. And I just look at them and I see their smiles and their great conversations that they're having and bringing the excitement to us here on the show floor. So when we talk about what is available here at the show, we always have this conversation. Why be here in person? We've got this phenomenal broadcast that comes out. Hey, guys, if you could bring down the guests over on the other side. So just, I can't hear it. There we go. Now we're back with each other. This is the beauty of live theater, everybody. When we think about what we actually see out here on the show floor, it takes the opportunity to walk around, to connect with people, to get a sense of the depth and the breadth of the Cisco portfolio. And a lot of times we focus in on our one thing. I'm a security guy. I work in networking. I want to see what's going on in the data center. I want to stop into the NOC and check out what's going on there. It's when you're here that you get to walk in, you get that full big picture. It gets really exciting. We are going to go, I'm sorry, where are we going? I missed that. Okay, great. We're going to go. We're going to go over to Lauren. Lauren is here with some special guests. I appreciate it. It's great. This is the excitement of the morning. We don't know what's happening. It all flies in. Lauren, take it away.
Hello, hello, everyone. I am here with two amazing guests, Kevin Kennedy, VP of Product Marketing for the security unit here at Cisco, and also Matt Caulfield, VP of Product Duo and Identity Security here at Cisco. Thank you both for joining me today.
Good morning.
Kevin, I'm going to start with you with this first question, if you don't mind, and we jump right into it. How would you describe Cisco's zero trust network access strategy and like what we're doing in that space, and how is it related to SASE?
Sure, great question. So we are redefining it to make zero trust access truly universal, and we're eliminating blind trust. So zero trust network access came of age during the pandemic, and it was designed to solve the problem of that time, which was connecting employees at home on laptops to what turned out to be some set of applications. That's not enough today, and so we're taking it further and securely connecting everyone, whether it's employees, contractors, partners, IoT devices, soon agents, to any application, from a legacy application to an AI resource from anywhere, home, office, even distant locations like oil rigs and airplanes where you have bad networks. We do the plumbing. Users log in and get to work. So they have a consistent experience, and security teams have a consistent policy. But for Cisco, so we went further, and what do people expect from the network? It just works. And so we measure the experience. We give the tools to troubleshoot any issues, and we even predictively say, hey, something's going to go wrong, and stop it before it happens, both for the network and for the policy. And we've built this all, to the SASE point, we've built this all on the foundation of single vendor SASE, from market-leading SD-WAN to modern SSE, Thousand Eyes, VPN. There's a lot of technology that we've built over the years that's baked in. And so for customers who have those technologies, it makes it even easier to get going. And then there's the eliminating blind trust part, which...
That was a good segue. I think that was a perfect segue. And this one, Matt, is for you. How would you talk about what our identity first strategy looks like?
Yeah, of course. So not many people think of Cisco as an identity company, but we are. We do a ton of business in identity. And recently, what I'm most excited about is that Duo launched Duo Identity Access Management just a couple weeks ago. Last week, I was at Identiverse, which is another big conference for identity folks. And this week, we're here. We launched Duo from what people know it as, which is just multi-factor authentication. You get a push notification to your phone, you press allow, into a full identity suite. So identity access management gives companies, Cisco customers, the ability to use Duo as their standalone identity provider, or to use it with their existing identity provider. There's a lot we can do there, but what makes this also great is what Kevin was talking about. We tie this into our zero trust strategy and our universal zero trust architecture. Identity is a huge differentiator. Identity intelligence, identity access management is a huge differentiator. We're one of the only vendors for zero trust in the industry that has an integrated identity solution.
Wow, wow. And I have to ask, right, because we've been hearing a lot about AI and agentic AI here at the conference. How does this solution really fit into that picture?
Yeah, one of the big topics right now is agentic AI. So how do I, I'll give you an example, as an employee, spin up a bunch of agents to do some work for me? I can 10x my productivity if I only had like an email inbox agent and a travel booking agent and somebody to do market research for me. All of this has been impossible up until now because agents and AI has been stuck in a sandbox with read-only data. Maybe you have a RAG API, but that's about it. We're going to unlock that with Universal Zero Trust by giving agents the same access as employees have to resources, SaaS, cloud, on-prem resources, so they can start taking actions on our behalf. And Cisco, through our Zero Trust architecture, through agentic identity, through agentic access, we're going to make that possible in a way that's safe and secure for our customers.
Amazing. I'm excited. I just love the fact that we are doing this with that one Cisco in mind, too. Like, in this whole conversation, I hear the collaborative pieces and how it all fits together like a puzzle. So this has been amazing. It's been a pleasure speaking to the both of you. I am going to pass it back over to Steve.
Lauren, so appreciated. And Kevin and Matt, really great to have you with us. Thank you for taking the time to be in studio, and great to get that ZTNA inside story. Zero Trust is such an important and powerful part of advancing the network of onboarding AI capabilities. When we look at being able to do AI responsible, a huge part of that is security's got to be embedded from the core. So really appreciate the two of you being here. We are going to head directly back out into the keynote space, where Z is getting a little quality time with Rodney Clark. Hey there, Z.
Hi there, Steve. I'm here with Rodney Clark, our head of partners. Rodney, tell me this. You know, there's so many exciting announcements going on, innovations that we're releasing. You know, you're responsible for all of our partners. What really keeps you up at night, or what's your passion, and what do you want our partners to get out of this week, and what really sets your fire, sets you aflame?
Well, for our partners, just like all of us here at Cisco, this is like the biggest selling event of the year.
Yeah.
We have over 150 partners participating in this in the world of solutions. They're hosting their customers. We're participating and hosting alongside to try and accelerate business. But the cool thing that my partners are telling me is yesterday in the innovation and G2's book of announcements has been amazing. 3 things that they're excited about: unified Catalyst, Meraki platform, all that coming together. Agentic Ops and AI Canvas, oh my gosh, an amazing services opportunity for our partners.
Wow.
And then our ongoing development on pods, AI pods, specifically that Spunk pod announcement was pretty cool. So they're fired up and they're using that energy to engage with their customers, trying to accelerate opportunities.
Wow, well, Rodney, I am super excited for what's next, and I'm sure you're going to be reporting back to us all the things that you're hearing. Steve, back to you.
Thank you so much, Z. I appreciate it. Please give our thanks to Rodney as well. He's just an amazing voice for Cisco, great advocate, remarkable mind, and great passion and heart for the brand and for what it is that we do and what it is that we bring to the marketplace. We are about 12 and a half minutes out from the day's opening keynote. Stay with us here on the broadcast. Make sure to keep reaching out to us using social media. Just add in hashtag Cisco Live and at Cisco Live so our social media team can see and respond to all of your posts. Thank you for engaging with us throughout the show. I'm super excited at this point. I'm looking up in the monitor that's like slightly over to my left, and what do you know? There's Michelle hanging out with rock star, superstar Carrie Palin. Hey there, Michelle.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the show flow. I am here with Carrie Palin, SVP and Chief Marketing Officer at Cisco. Carrie, I'm such a fan. I can't believe I get to interview you. Today, I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
The first is innovation in action. What can we be looking forward to, thinking about, tuning into during this keynote?
Well, first of all, yesterday we dropped a massive payload on innovation. It was just announcement after announcement after announcement, and everybody was in awe with all of the amazing innovation coming out of the portfolio right now, and especially cross-portfolio, which is super exciting. And today we're going to hear from customers, Ford and University of California, San Diego, talking about how that innovation is actually being put to action to drive their outcomes. And that's my favorite part, which is really, we can talk all day long about the amazing tech we're bringing to life, but seeing it move the needle for our customers through their voice, money.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful.
All right, I have to ask one more on AI.
Yeah.
In this era of AI, how can we be mindful of our customer experience?
Oh, yeah. So I was actually talking with an analyst yesterday at our analyst roundtable, and I had this comment, and he said, yeah, I actually get that. And I was like, look, AI is amazing because it's helping us just supercharge IQ. But what AI doesn't have is EQ. And we have to drive a level of intimacy with our customers where we not only know them, but we anticipate how they're feeling and when they need us and when they need us to back off. And that level of nuance is not AI. That nuance is human beings that are wrapping that experience around the AI and doing it together. And that will never change. And it's so important that we have all these big, beautiful brains in the room with us today, all these lovely humans, because they're the ones who are going to be doing that out in the ether with their customers.
Absolutely. Carrie, thank you so much for your time. I'm excited to hear you talk and everybody talk today at the keynote and throughout the day. Back to you, Steve, in the audience.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I think Carrie may have just hit my favorite thing of the morning. Big, beautiful brains. That's exactly what this event is all about. It's about the customer experience, as Carrie also just said, right? If we are not creating better outcomes, then what is the point of the technology, the service, the solution that we are able to build? We are a phenomenal organization. We have the best partners, the best customers in the world, but it's about getting to better outcomes for the individual, because what are our companies, our organizations made up of? Tons and tons and tons of individual humans, each with their own specific need, their own demand, their own vision of what success looks like. What Carrie just said is so brilliant. How do we listen enough and then back off enough to give them their autonomy? As Chuck said yesterday at the top of the opening keynote on Tuesday, he said that whether we like it or not, the good news and the bad news, it all comes down to us individually. How do we go to our leadership? How do we go to our teams? How do we go to the people making the executive decisions and say, here is what we need in order to thrive, in order to create success? It's all on us, the individual. We are the users with the user experience as much as the people that we're selling products to or partnering with. Really excited to hear from Carrie. She's just, again, a remarkable leader for us here at Cisco. I am again glancing off to my left using my peripheral vision right over here, and I see Rob Boyd back out there in the keynote space with another special guest. Rob, let me send it out to you, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. I made a new friend here for Indianapolis, correct?
That is correct.
I was curious. Oh, there's our hosts. They're going by behind us. Pay no attention to behind the scenes here. So, Jim, you were telling me, so I know you specialize, you had built a company up specializing in Splunk technologies.
Yeah.
You guys were acquired by Presidio. What I really wanted to find out from you, I feel like Splunk, no secret that Splunk has been a great company to work with, because Cisco had been working with them long before the acquisition. But I feel like we're seeing more integration now, and I'm just curious from your perspective, working with more customers, what do you think the greatest strength is, and do you feel like we're hitting it?
Well, hey, look, my team, we've been working with Splunk for like 13 years.
Yeah.
So I now lead the Splunk practice for Presidio. So we're, dedicated Cisco partner. Look, like everyone at Cisco, they won the lottery, okay? Okay, like a lot of people think that Splunk is a security tool. It's like, no. It's a data platform. Okay, but like, we're going to learn a little bit later today, like powering the AI, data center, and like, well, what do you need for that? You need data.
Yeah.
And Splunk is the Mac Daddy in the marketplace for collecting, indexing, and allowing analytical insights out of data.
Well, and it's funny, sometimes I think we look at the observability, we look at the ability to see deeper into what is actually happening in the entire stack, right?
Yep.
And that lends itself to security as well. So it lends itself to us understanding, but understanding is required to make decisions, especially when it comes to how do we move to automating these things and having trust in it, right?
Yes, yeah. So we heard yesterday, security and observability coming together like this.
Yep.
The future is agentic AI. What does agentic AI need? It needs data. And that's why we saw, like in one of the slides, that digital resilience thing on the bottom.
Absolutely.
Like, people are like, oh, well, what the heck does that mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, well, we're going to get resilience on the infrastructure through data.
You're right.
And Splunk makes that happen.
It's like mining for that gold so we know how to reprocess it.
Yes.
But I think the ability to have good data and have the right guardrails around it is also going to be key to what we do with AI, so we can trust the outputs, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And I think we're starting to hear a little bit more about what Cisco's doing uniquely in the AI space in terms of building their own models. Not going to ask you to comment on that because I was like,
it's like
do you have any thoughts?
Oh, like AI Canvas? Oh my gosh, that's ripped out. That is like crazy. And I just have a strong hunch Splunk's going to play a role powering that.
That's perfect. Well, Jim, I thank you for this. Is your first Cisco Live, right?
It is. The
good
music
impressions?
is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could just sit here and listen to the tunes.
But it's like you had like a little bit of a show. Like, this is a lot. This is a big conference.
There's a lot of human beings, yes.
That's awesome. Thank you for everything that you do. And guys, we'll go back to you in the studio.
Rob, thank you so much, and our thanks to Jim as well. Good to get that Splunk story, as Jim just said. The Mac Daddy on the data front. I actually really love that. Speaking of that, I'm going to bring in the Mac Mama, who is sitting not too far away from me, because, Lauren, you have a lot of direct Splunk experience. You came to all of this on the Splunk side. What was that experience like in terms of the move to combine the data power, the power of the aggregation of the data lake and the application of that data on the Cisco side? Give us your insight.
I honestly think that it was a match made in heaven. I know that sounds like maybe that's too much, but it's true, right? Because if you think about it, I love what Jim said about Splunk being the Mac Daddy. I feel like nobody knows data like Splunk, and then nobody knows networks like Cisco. And then nobody can power this thing like with AI like Splunk and Cisco together. So for me, it's really been amazing seeing the technology seamlessly integrate And then the people, just being able to share, like the shared vision, working as a Cisco employee for a number of years and as a Splunk employee, I will say that both companies have the same values, people-centric, customer-centric, and problem-solving centric. So again, match made in heaven. And I love seeing us be better together. We may overuse that, but we're doing it because it's true. We truly are better together when we come as one, and you're seeing it as through all the discussions. If you go out in the world of solutions, you will see the power of the one platform, and you're not hearing technology by technology, you're seeing outcomes. You're seeing how we're driving business outcomes.
It's a great point, Lauren. I appreciate it. I want to go back to something Chuck said yesterday in the opening keynote. I'm going to quote him directly because he's going to say it better than I ever could. Between technology transitions and the geopolitical landscape, our lives are so much more complicated, and the demand to build with security, integrity, and consideration for humanity is larger than it's ever been before, right? So that is the idea of putting these great minds together, and that security track is so vital, and also bringing the best minds together, and that's where we're going to go out to Michelle right now, who's got one of our NetVet and CCIE folks with her. Hey there, Michelle.
That's all right.
Michelle, you got me?
Hello. I
go.
can hear you now, Steve. Thanks for bringing it over. I'm with my new friend, Keith. Keith, how many Cisco Lives have you been to, and where are you coming from?
I have actually been to 7 Cisco Cisco Lives, even back when it was networkers back in the day. So,
An OG.
Yep. I am from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So, yep.
Welcome. And one question for you. What was most impactful about all of the stuff that you heard yesterday, and what are you looking forward to today?
Well, all right. So, to me, the dashboards, being able to troubleshoot things in a really quick manner, that is an awesome thing to have, and I'm just looking forward to how AI is going to take us to the next level. So
that's exactly what we're hoping to hear as well today. AI is a big part of today, this keynote, as well as the rest of these sessions. So stay tuned, tune in, we've got you. All right, now I'm walking over to Z.
Thanks, Michelle. I tell you, I am here with Josh Dodd. He is from sunny San Diego, right here from the area. And I tell you guys, Josh is expensive because he came from the Splunk acquisition. So this man is worth, he's worth more than I can even pay for. So Josh, tell me, what brought you to Cisco Live this year?
Well, thank you. First of all, I hope we're worth it. This is my first experience at Cisco Live, and it's been electric. It's been wonderful to be around the Cisconians, seeing the customers. I love the keynote yesterday. I think I especially appreciated G2 talking about different services, product launch announcements, and of course the integration of Splunk and how Splunk's going to play a key role in serving our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Josh, I appreciate your time and look forward to much, much more. I tell you, keep watching, lean in, because there's more ahead of you.
More to come.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Z, I'm going to take it back over here in the studio. I appreciate it. Our thanks to Josh as well, and welcome in from the Splunk side. It's good to have you as part of the family. Lauren, we're about, we're going to call it 2 minutes from kicking off the keynote. We are so excited about that. A moment ago, Michelle had a chance to talk with one of our NetVets, one of our CCIEs. Education is such an important part of this event, right? Not only do we come together to learn about the Cisco products, technology, services, AI, security, networking, but validation is an important part. Getting Cisco certifications, they're free here at the show, right, Lauren? How cool is that?
It's super cool. And then there's the labs are hands-on. We have DevNet. Like, the learning doesn't stop. If there was ever a place where you can learn as much as you need to and want to, this is the place. And what makes it the most, what makes it the best is that it's fun. Like, it's fun to learn because everybody around you is also excited to learn. So you don't feel like, I don't know, like a stand, like, oh my God, am I the only one? You don't feel that way. I think I said it earlier, but you're never alone here at Cisco Live.
Oh, that is such a good point. Good point. Well, Lauren, that has brought us right up to the vital point. I'm going to go ahead and make the introduction here for the keynote. We are so excited to head on in. This is the day 2 keynote here on Wednesday morning from San Diego. Let's set this up. Innovation in action. So Chuck Robbins, Chair and Chief Executive Officer. Carrie Palin, Senior VP and Chief Marketing Officer. Liz Santoni, Executive VP and Chief Customer Experience Officer. Oliver Tuzik, who I get to talk to later, Executive VP, Global Sales and Chief Sales Officer. Huge minds, huge talents, great leaders behind Cisco's drive to harness the power of AI. So we're going to see the ways that we can drive growth, build a better world together. We will learn about all of the new innovations, the new announcements, the new releases that we've created here in the AI era to really hone in on the customer experience, how Cisco helps you, your organization, navigate through it all. And it is so hard to navigate right now. Things are changing faster than ever. We can't keep up with the pace of change. How far out could we really plan before we have to rewrite the playbook over and over and over again? You don't have to do this alone. Cisco is your partner in every single way. We create the tools, the technologies, the services, the solutions. The people who are here are visiting all of those down at the Cisco Showcase, where we'll tour a little later following the keynote. But it's a very exciting day. Special guests coming in as well from Langchain, University of California, San Diego, from Ford Motor Company. We're going to be heading out to the keynote in just a moment. As a reminder, as the keynote rolls by and you hear these great insights, these great thoughts, ping us with your responses. What did you love? What did you get excited about? Put them up there on social media. We want to hear what you have to say. What is getting you excited? Where your thoughts are going? Let's head out to the keynote. Away we go.